Oh, yeah. Man should do that backwards again. It is May 31st, 2022. And from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. And this is a special interview edition of our show. And already on the screen, they were here before I was here today, the Wilmington Friends Quakers ladies tennis team and their coaches, and we will introduce them to you here shortly. They won the state championship for the first time in their school's history. And I'd like to welcome you all. Thanks for making time to join us. Now, I don't know how you see yourselves on the screen there, but there's two rows of three here. Top center is head coach Ken Dill. Hello, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us. Glad to be here.
So how long have you been coach of the Quakers there, Mr. Dill?
This is my 20th season.
So it has to be especially exciting and fulfilling for you, isn't it?
It absolutely is. We've had a few good teams in the past, maybe have been third in the state a couple of times over the 20 years, but this one's extra special, doing something that nobody else did in school history.
Yeah, congratulations. Top left corner there, your assistant coach, Gabby Feldman. Hello, Gabby.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, you know. And how long have you been assisting Mr. Dill there, coach?
This is actually my second year.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so maybe it was you that helped put him over the top there. What do you think?
maybe.
It could be. And this is your daughter next to you. Introduce yourself there, young Miss Feldman. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Jamie. And how old are you? What grade are you in?
I am 15 and I am in 10th grade.
Okay. And what is your role on the championship tennis team here?
I play second doubles with my partner, Tess.
With who? With Tess over there? Okay, so Tess is to the upper right there. Hello, Tess. And how old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm 16 and I'm also a sophomore.
Okay, so we know your role already. Second doubles. So what determines, or how do you determine who is a doubles player and who's a singles player there, Coach?
Well, first we determined the singles players, the top three, and this year we knew coming in pretty much that we had three of the top players in the state, which was why we thought we would have a chance to do something special this year. And then after that, everybody else is playing doubles once you determine the top three. So then it was sort of a doubles tournament after that to see who could learn to play doubles, which is difficult because a lot of them mostly play singles. So it's a whole different game that they have to learn.
All right, so doubles players. Jamie, I'll ask you this first. What do you like about doubles that you might not like about singles?
I like being at net more. I think that when you're at singles, you obviously should come to net, but you're definitely at net a lot more. There's a lot more different configurations that you can try, and there's a whole added thing of working with your partner. It's just a whole different dynamic. It's fun.
It takes a different level of bravery too, I would imagine, right? Would you consider yourself a risk taker then?
I don't know. There's definitely a lot more trust in doubles because, I mean, if you're playing singles, you're just on the court with yourself, and anything that happens, you're responsible for. So you definitely need to know how to communicate with your partner, and you need to have trust in your partner to work with you. So.
Well, I guess trust in your partner not to hit you in the back of the head, right? That would be part of that trust. But I mean, you're up at the net a lot, so you have to have pretty good reflexes, just in tennis in general, but specifically at the net. But it takes, what I mean is that you have to have a little different level of bravery because the ball is getting to you quicker and much harder at that part of the court than from behind, right?
Yeah, I mean, both of our coaches always say, you know, you can't be tentative at net. You can't be tentative in general when you play, but you can't be tentative at net because, you know, you can step laterally instead of forward, and that's going to mess up your shot, and you just have to be aggressive.
And also, I will say this right before going into the tournament, we had both our doubles teams, and Ken and I just like hit balls right at him because I mean, like Ken plays tennis. I play a lot of tennis outside as well of coaching. And I mean, we were getting them ready to get balls hit right at them, and we'd make them stand at net. And Tess and Sarah and Jamie can attest. I mean, we didn't hold back like to get them ready for it. So
Let me ask you this question then, Coach. Do you think you might hit the ball harder at your daughter if maybe like she didn't clean her room well enough maybe that week or something?
No, probably not. I mean,
Or
you
so
know,
you say.
no. I might. I don't even think I don't even think I'm really harder on her as opposed to anybody else. I mean, I don't know. She probably would say differently, but
I think I have to hear about it more when I get home.
oh, that's true. I do say stuff to her when she gets home. Yeah. Thank you.
She yells at me more when I get home.
Yeah. I try to hide it from the rest of the team.
I'm sure she appreciates that. And Tess, what do you like about doubles that you might not like about singles?
A lot of the same stuff that Jamie said. I like how it's more of a team sport, so like you're in it with somebody else, and kind of like the extra level of strategy, kind of like Coach Ken always reminds us, like you don't have to hit your shot the hardest, but knowing what shot to hit, and even like just putting it in the right spot, even if it's not like a slam like winner. I like how that can still like win you points, and I feel like you have to think about like where your shots are going a little more.
And then how did you ladies fare in the state tournament overall for yourselves?
Go ahead, Tess.
The second doubles, your second doubles, right? How did you end up doing?
We got to the quarterfinals, I think. Because we had a bye, and then we beat Dickinson, and then we lost to St. Andrews, who ended up winning the whole thing.
Oh, St. Andrews won the second doubles?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you'll get them next year. You're young.
That's what I said.
Right. Ava Rabano is on the bottom left corner there. How old are you? What grade are you? And what's your role on this championship team?
I am 16. I am a sophomore, and I am third singles.
Yeah. So, how did you do overall?
I got to the semis.
Okay. And then who's are you going to have to take revenge against next year?
Well, I lost to Archmere in a really long match. That was like 3 hours. So that was definitely frustrating, but I don't know. I feel like it helped me like learn from my mistakes, and next year I want to do better and hopefully get to the finals. That's my goal, is to get to the finals.
3 hour match. You're playing best of three, right? Best of three sets?
Yeah, we went to 3 sets.
And the 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I take it these weren't like 6-4 sets, right? Do you have a couple long sets there?
Yeah, it was 5-7, 7-6, and then 6-1.
Wow.
Well, 1-6. So.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I could see that be frustrating. Spend all that time, right? Well, you get them. You'll get her next year.
Yeah.
Will you have a chance to get her next year, or was she a senior?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, I think she's a junior, sophomore.
Okay. Well, everybody will be gunning for you next year. You'll be favorite coming in. Sarah Levinson, you're in the bottom, in the middle there. How old are you? What grade are you in? And what's your role on this championship team?
I'm 15 years old, and I'm a sophomore, as well as Jamie, Tess, and Ava, and I'm on first doubles.
Okay. And who's your partner?
My partner is Macy, but she's not here on the Zoom tonight.
Okay. First doubles. That means you're good. And how far did you two go in the tournament?
We also made it to the quarterfinals because we had to bye the first round as well. And then we played Brandywine, who we won to. And then we lost in the quarterfinals to Ursuline, going to a third set.
Okay. And how was your record overall during the year?
Our record overall was pretty good, actually. Like, I don't know, Gabby or Ken, what was it? Like
7-3,
7-3, something like that.
4, 7-5, 7-5.
Yeah, but still room for improvement, for sure.
And they also lost the team that they went to 3 sets. It was a fantastic match. Was the doubles one team that actually won states in the end. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
All right. What do you like about doubles?
Definitely like Jamie and Tess said, I like having a partner on the court. It's a lot of communicating, but it's definitely nice to have some company. And like Tess mentioned, I like to use lots of different strategies because we're open to have the alleys available. So that's definitely important to use and different dynamics and stuff. So, but I really like having a partner most of all. Yeah, and I've learned to really enjoy doubles over the past 2 years with the school team.
Okay. And so you talk about communication. What are some of the things that you talk about out there on the court? Obviously, some strategy, but what else might you talk? Do you have much of a chance to communicate in the middle of a play? Like, I got it, you got it, hit it over there, hit it over here. What kind of chatter is there?
Yeah, there's definitely some like mine, yours, switch. Like I got it, just like you were saying. But then also there's communication like about like our mental mindset, and not just like, oh, let's hit it to her backhand and we should try for the alleys more, but also just like, let's stay focused, let's stay in it, like don't give up, like just positive affirmations like that.
Yeah, good, definitely. It definitely helps to have somebody by your side who can pick you up when you're down.
Yeah,
Right, no doubt
definitely.
about that. And does your partner contribute that sort of positive affirmations equally in return to you?
Yeah,
Okay,
she
good.
does.
All right, fantastic. And Aubrey Nisbet, am I saying your last name correctly?
Yeah, that's right.
Nisbet, okay. And how old are you? What grade are you in? And what is your role on this championship
I'm
team?
17 in 11th grade, and I'm first singles.
And you are also the state champion.
Correct, yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
What was your record throughout the year?
How many did we play? 13?
I think it was
11?
14 matches. I think.
11. Okay, 14 and 0.
yeah, you're okay.
So you didn't lose all year. Fantastic. Congratulations to you. So you're a junior. How did you do last year?
I wasn't at Friends last year. I did a separate online schooling thing, but I was there in 8th grade, and then COVID hit. So I was there 8th, 9th, and then COVID hit.
So how are you staying in competitive shape for the last couple of years?
Last year I wasn't really home. I was in Florida and then Maryland. I was training full time and traveling the world playing tournaments. So I wasn't really in Delaware really ever. So yeah, I was doing different things. But I'm a lot happier being back.
But were you competing at all?
Yeah, no, I was competing a lot. It
Okay.
was
Okay.
almost all competing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. And you still got one more year, so everybody's going to be gunning for you next year.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, good. Yeah. Take on that challenge, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
hey, that's what we want to hear, Coach, right? That's the heart of it.
Absolutely.
That's the sign of a heart of a champion right there. Like excited, like bring them all on. I don't care. I'll beat you all
Aubrey
again.
was very good at that, and she very helped the rest of the team get some of that attitude that helped us get all the way to the championship because of her extensive competition experience. She was able to bring that to the team this year, and it trickled down to everybody, and I'm very pleased about that.
Yeah, so that's definitely a theme that I'm catching underneath that. Everybody's got a very, very positive attitude. They're motivated. They're dedicated. And for a whole group of people to be like that and have that attitude is an indication that it is instilled in them by a bunch of leaders, adult leaders, parents, whether it's coaches or their parents, a combination of both. But coaches, talk about how you deal with the mental discipline that a tennis player needs to succeed, especially at the high school level.
Well, tennis is definitely pretty much one of the most mental sports there is, because there's so much time when you're not actually hitting the ball or running. So it's very difficult to maintain your composure, and we work on that a lot. One of my favorite sayings is fix it, forget it, and move on. So we don't worry about the last shot once it's over. We really concentrate on what's next. And that's what helps keep us focused and keep everybody positive. I also want to mention real quickly before time runs out, the contributions of Macy Volpe at first doubles and Alexis Montana at second singles, who are both seniors, and they had a senior night event tonight, so they couldn't be here, but they were a big part of that as senior leaders, helping the team stay focused both on and off the court. And, we needed that quite a bit from them. They were very helpful in that, but as a team and as coaches, we really try to keep the positive attitude and not worrying about previous, we call them learning experiences. Some people call them failures, but we don't do failures. We just do learning experiences and keep trying to get better every day.
And how about you, Gabby?
I take a lot, I think, as I told you, I play a lot of tennis. Like even today, I play a lot of doubles. So I take like mentality and things that I learn from my pros and try to bring it to the team. And, like Ken was saying, sometimes too, one of the pros I worked with, Luke Jensen, when I was in New York, used to say, don't look at everything as, oh my gosh, I have this game to win. I have this game to win. He said, just focus on the one point. You want to win that point. And once you win that point, then you move on to the next point. Just to look at things in smaller steps and, to try to work through the thing, like problem solve too. Like I'll say to the girls, like I would in my match, I'll say to them, so who's the weaker player? How does their forehand look? What about their backhand? And just kind of like, let them kind of look at the game as a whole. I really work with the doubles. I don't work with Ava or Aubrey or Alexis. They're the singles players. Typically Ken works with them during matches. So, but those are some of the things that I do. I take a lot of the skills that I learn and I take onto my matches, and I try to, instill it in my doubles players.
So do you have much of an opportunity to see any video of your opponents throughout the year in advance?
None. We don't have any scouting like that. We wouldn't have the availability to really do that. But even if we did, to me, I try to tell them every match is different. If you played them before or whatever they did, you need to scout them on that day, what shots are working, what shots aren't, when you're doing the warm-up and do that. But a lot of the girls know each other from outside tournaments anyway, so they know what's in general happening. But we don't do any advanced scouting like that.
So how many of you young ladies are participating in other sports there at Wilmington Friends, if any at all? Tess, what do you play? What else do you play?
I also play volleyball and basketball.
Okay. That keeps you busy then.
Definitely.
Anybody else? Jamie, what do you play?
I'm a swimmer.
Okay. How about you, Ava? Sarah? Aubrey? Nah.
Some of the girls also play well, I mean, Aubrey and Ava, Alexis, they play all year long, but so do Sarah and Jamie and some of the other girls, Anya. They all do this program called Raw at DuPont Country Club. I guess Ava and Alexis and Aubrey does it too. So they do play tennis and take lessons outside of, outside the team practice. So, and then Tess, you play in the summer as well, right? Tess plays also in the summer.
Yeah, but just for fun.
The tennis season is the shortest of the high school seasons. It's very quick. So once we get started, we only have a few weeks of conditioning, and then we have to be ready to go with the matches in less than 4 weeks. So we have to get going very quickly. So they need to come in as ready as they can be.
And it's helpful that most of them do play tennis outside of just the tennis season. Makes it a little easier.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. So what, if anything, would you like to see Delaware change or implement to improve tennis here in the state?
Boy, that is a loaded question, and there are a lot of things being batted around by the tennis coaching and the DIAA right now, and some of them have been batted around for several years and haven't changed. So I personally would like to see the availability for more coaching during matches. You're only allowed to coach on one changeover and in between sets, and that's it. You can't say anything during a game or between other games. And I think that really restricts their development.
Wow, really? I did not realize that. Yeah, that has to change. I'm with you there.
All right, good. You can help us out on that.
So you can't like shout out encouragement or an instruction?
You can be encouraging and, let's go and stuff like that, but nothing that's construed as coaching. Like if I could say, let's go, but I can't say, focus on the next point, forget the last one. That would be considered coaching.
Really?
Yeah, and it's interesting because at the college level, I've been to a few of the U of D tennis matches, and the coaches can stand on the court and coach all throughout the match. So
it's the only high school sport that has that kind of restriction. So it just doesn't make sense to do that. So that's one of the big things that I'd like to see changed.
Well, yeah, like as Tess would know, in volleyball, for example, coach can pretty much walk right out onto the court. I referee volleyball. We pretty much have to yank the coaches off the court most of the time because they're like standing on it, right? Yeah, that is kind of strange. So you said there's a couple of things batted around. Gabby, something on your mind in that subject?
Well, I certainly would like to have more of the state tournament matches, some upstate. They're all downstate, and this final match was at St. Andrews, and it makes it hard. I seem to think sometimes it can present issues. When St. Andrews is playing, like they had in the finals, Aubrey had to play against a St. Andrews person, and it's unfair home court advantage, and it just seems like a lot of the upstate teams have to go downstate to Cesar Rodney or to St. Andrews or to Odessa or Smyrna High School. So I'd like to maybe see a change where we could have a little bit up here, and then I'd like to see the final. I wish that they would move the final tournament out of St. Andrews and put it like at U of D. I think, Ken, didn't it used to be there?
It used to be most of my time coaching. It was the finals were always held at the University of Delaware.
Right.
On a neutral site. It should be at a neutral site.
Yep. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's legitimate. I can tell you over the years of doing this, that's always been a point of contention. A lot of places, final competitions are upstate, and the downstate teams enter the finals or semifinals, and they got to come up and play at the University of Delaware. So I don't know what the real solution to that is, other than just play Central. But then you're going south all the time. Then anyway, that doesn't help you out. So let's just go around the room and say nice things about each other. We can do this any way you want, but actually, let's do it this way. Ava, tell me something funny or interesting about Sarah.
Me and Sarah, we like to say funny things to each other when like we're in matches. So like I'll like yell out like a funny thing that we watched on TikTok or something, and it like makes us laugh on court, and that like definitely cheers us up, I guess, during hard matches. And we kind of just bond over like funny things that we see on the van rides to like long places. We would always like sit in the back and make funny TikToks and watch funny TikToks, and yeah, we just have a fun sense of humor together.
All right, that's good. Sarah, same question to you. You have Aubrey.
Aubrey just literally like lights up the room. She's so encouraging for everyone on the team. Like, and I'm not just saying this from me, like I feel like everyone thinks that. And she's very motivated, and she makes everyone feel good. And, you know, we share a couple classes in school together, and, you know, she's so like personable, and I love talking with her throughout the day. And she's just a great friend and a great teammate, and she's very positive.
Yes, she is. That we can tell. Aubrey, same question to you. You have Tess.
Tess and I also have a few classes together, and specifically in Spanish. I'm not always the best in that class, and we always have a lot of funny moments, and she always like helps me out, and if I need help with something in that class, like she's always there for me. And no, but we have a lot of funny inside jokes over that. But also in tennis, we just laugh a lot.
All right. And Tess, same thing for you. You have Jamie.
I was Jamie's tennis partner for like the last half of the season, and I can say that she works so hard in every practice. Like I never had to really worry if Jamie was going to be like ready to play or with it. Like she always would come up to me and be like, Tess, are you so excited for our match today? Like just enthusiastic like the whole day through. So it was nice to know that I didn't have to like worry about Jamie always being ready to play tennis, always being excited to be there. And it's nice to like have that energy on the court and just like through your whole day.
All right. And Jamie, same thing for you. You have Ava.
Ava, you're always such a fun person to be around. Like we have like the best conversations throughout the day, just in general in class. You know, I feel like we help each other out. And on the court, you're always a fun person to be around. It's fun watching you play. It's always fun talking to you. I mean, since I met you in 8th grade, I've always loved being around you, and it's fun to have you as a friend.
Oh, that's heartwarming. Aubrey, I'm going to ask this of you specifically to talk about the coaching staff and how they've helped you and what they mean for you, especially this season, this undefeated season for you.
Yeah, no, they've been great. Always supportive. And they're always people who I can talk to. I mean, Ken always has great things to say when I'm playing, and then Gabby just off court, you can tell that she's really concerned, and like she cares about everyone on the team, on and off the court. So it's really nice to know that we always have them, whether it's tennis season or not. So it's great.
All right. So, Coach, fill in the blanks for me. Anything that I missed along the way? Anybody else you want to mention? I know Alexis Montana, you mentioned earlier, couldn't be here. She's a state champion in second singles. Congratulations to her, and congratulations to those seniors who have graduated. But what else should we know here?
Well, specifically about them, as with the rest of them, they were a very close-knit group, I thought, this year. But Alexis, I want special thanks to her, because last year she played number one singles and got to the finals. So this year she would have been one of the favorites to win the state tournament at number one singles. And when Aubrey rejoined the team, she knew she was going to be, playing second singles, and she did not complain. She did not, there was no doubt that she was going to work as hard. In fact, I think the two of them sort of created a little dynamic duo and said, we can help lead this team to the state championship this year, that we have enough good players to do that. But she worked, Alexis probably works harder than anybody at her game. And so she just put her, head down and said, I'm going to be the best player I can be. And she got there and she won the state championship at number two, which was what she knew she had to do for us to win as a team. And Macy, she is a senior this year. When she first started 4 years ago, she had very, very little tennis experience and did not start when she first came up. But she worked at it over the years and made herself a really fine player and was a great partner for Sarah. They made a good team. But Macy, as one of the captains, she really kept everybody loose. She always had fun and made sure everybody had fun besides working hard and playing hard, that everybody was there to have fun too. So they were very important to the team that way.
I just want to say too, with regards to Alexis and Macy and Aubrey as well. I mean, they really are great role models for the younger girls. Just their commitment to the sport and the way they carried themselves. And they just, I mean, it really set the dynamic and the tone, and it made the underclassmen like want to be better and to do better. And it really is a testament to, what great leaders and role models they were throughout the season. Like
that kind of stuff really trickles down for sure to everybody else. But on the first day of practice, we knew we had a chance to do something special that no one else ever did. But we had to get better throughout the season in order to do it. And from the top to the bottom, everybody got better by the end of the season. And it is because of our senior leadership that really helped bring that through. But everybody had to improve and get better for us to be able to win the championship, because I think it was probably more competitive with a lot of really good teams this year, more than usual. After doing it for 20 years, usually one or two teams kind of stick out above the rest and everybody else is just there. But this year, it was a lot of teams that had a chance to win it. So we had to get better, and everybody took on the challenge and did it.
Yeah, fantastic. It all paid off. That is for sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, I would like to thank you all for joining me here on the show today. It's been a pleasure getting to know you all and to talk to you. Congratulations to all of you, and you will all be back next year. Maybe we'll talk again next year after a second straight state championship, right?
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, I knew Aubrey was going to pipe up there. So that's right. Bringing on all comers. We're going to do this all again next year, right? Yeah. That's the spirit. I like you.
Like it.
That's right. Yeah, I can see why she's feisty. No doubt about that, Coach. She's like, that's all right.
Your play.
More competition. Bring them all on.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's on.
Yeah, I can tell that wears off on everybody too. It's going to be even better next year. No doubt about that. All right, folks, thanks again for joining me. I am going to say goodnight to you all right now. Hit the end button on my Zoom call. Best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Have a wonderful summer, and we'll see you next spring. Right,
Great.
Aubrey?
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right. All right. So, yeah, that's the Wilmington Quakers ladies tennis team. And state champions for the first time in their long history. So congratulations to them. This broadcast has been brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience, check out all about my stage hypnosis show at MarshalManlove.com. And if you are in the market to buy or sell a home in Delaware, Maryland, or Pennsylvania, I can help you out in either 3 of those states. My real estate website with my resume there is marshalmanlove.boxroach.com. And special thanks go out to Jazzercise in Middletown, 24 North Broad Street in Middletown. They run a very active Facebook group page for parents of Delaware high school athletes, and I am always happy to promote them because they post up links to these videos that we produce here. And I believe that would do it. I don't usually do these things late at night, but if you want to talk to a lot of people, this is the time to talk to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Marshal Manlove. Now, it's dessert time here in the home studio in Middletown, Delaware. Yeah, what will it be? Probably a chocolate protein bar. Anyway, that's what it's time to do. Special thanks also to Donnie and my wonderful wife, Joey V. Tom said.